Hey everybody, I'm Trevor.
I'm Vincent.
We are the Anthony and Todd Show, and today we're actually going to be taking a look at the Grammys. Ooh. The Grammys are one of our favorite and least favorite times of year where we watch the awards on TV and we get mad about them.
Which is very different from our normal reviews where we just listen to music and then get mad at it.
But obviously the Grammys are a huge award ceremony held yearly by the Recording Academy to recognize the achievement in the field of recorded music. And usually the most safe candidates win or are nominated to win. The best example was Bruno Mars sweeping the Grammys with 24 Karat Magic. And while that album is catchy and is like well written and good,
it's not as good as 444.
Yeah, it's nowhere near
Awaken My
as good
Love.
as a lot of the other nominees up on the runners up here. So Bruno Mars just went ahead and swept the entire thing despite having probably the safest and honestly most forgettable album of the year. And nothing against Bruno Mars and nothing against 24 Karat Magic, because
it's not
they're
bad
just
in
safe.
retrospective.
No, they're not
just
bad.
Like,
they're
it's
just
not as
safe.
visionary as everything else.
Yeah. So this, like every year that we'll do a prediction challenge. We skipped it last year, but this year we are doing a two-parter prediction challenge when we're going to attempt to predict the nominees, and then later on we're going to predict who's actually going to win. So this first part, like we said, we're picking the nominees, not who is specifically going to win. The eligibility period just ended. It went from October 1st, 2017 to September 30th, 2018. So everything released in the last couple of days is not going to be included on there. We're covering 15 different awards in 5 different categories. So the ones that honestly we just care more about.
Yeah, we're not talking about the best yeehaw album of the year or best smooth album of the year.
We're not talking about the best Hawaiian music. We're not talking about the best packaging.
We're not talking about the best Hawaiian punch of the year.
It's
obviously orange. Yeah, you know
it's the best one.
You know it's up.
We each have 6 picks for each category, but each category actually, like in actuality at the awards, gets 5 nominations. Our 6th pick is kind of like our safety net, just in case we have a little bit of more chance of getting all these right, or at least getting some of them right. Except for the general category, in which we get 9 picks, because the general category just got updated this year to include 8 slots for each general category, meaning record of the year, song of the year, and album of the year, in which they usually had 5. They used to only have 5, and they bumped it up to 8 this year, which is good.
So they can put 8 country songs.
Yeah.
Each slot. 8 Rascal Flats.
If we get the artist correct, we get 1 point. That doesn't include features, but does include other outfits or acts. Here's an example. Kanye West and Kids See Ghosts. He's part of both of them. One, he's a soloist. The other, he is part of a duo. If we get the song, act, or album correct, then we get 2 points. And if you sweep the category, then you get 5 points. And in the general category, if you predict and guess the winner of that award, and they go on to actually win the award when the Grammys roll around here in the fall, you'll get an additional 5 points. Actually, the Grammys are in February. Whoever gets the most points after these 2 sides will get this glorious championship Grammy belt. Jeff Hardy just won this.
Jeff Hardy just won it with his armbands that I was putting on before the stream started.
And the nominees, the actual nominees, will get announced on December 5th. So again, Grammys are not in the fall. We're going over 5 different categories. We've got hip-hop, R&B, rock, pop, and then general. As I said, record of the year, song of the year, album of the year, that kind of thing. And then those respective categories with subcategories within each major genre category.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
We're going to start off with hip-hop.
All right, are we ready?
Are you ready to talk about the best rap performance? And performance under this context includes production, it includes lyrics, it includes style, characteristics. So it doesn't focus on just the lyrical context, because that's just best rap song, which only focuses on lyrics and the songwriting. So for my best rap performance, my 6 picks are Post Malone with Rockstar featuring 21 Savage, which I think
came out this year.
It came out last year, so anything last year.
Time enough to be in here.
Yeah, just barely. So even if it wasn't, I think I was still gonna put it on here anyway, because sometimes they get away with that shit. But I had Post Malone with Rockstar, Drake with Bob's Plan, Childish Gambino with This Is America, XXS Tentacion with Sad, Kendrick Lamar and SZA with All the Stars, and Cardi B with I Like It.
All right. I had This Is America by Childish Gambino. I had Migos' Stir Fry, a classic.
I had that on my list for a bit.
Cardi B's I Like It. I had Lil Wayne and Kendrick's Mona Lisa just came out.
I didn't know if that was going to be close enough. I really like that song.
I had J. Cole's Kids on Drugs and
was on
Drake's Nice for What.
I think God's Plan. It's either God's Plan or...
I felt God's Plan was too sung, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So is, what is it? This, In My Feelings. I feel like those are having ability to take it away rather than, whatever, Nice for What.
Oh yeah, I think that God's Plan is definitely a better song overall, but and not a better song, but a more popular song overall. And I think that it would easily like win that. But I thought that if we're going strictly by like rap, Nice for What is definitely like more lyrically heavy.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
I think I can agree on Gambino. We both agree on Gambino and Cardi B definitely being on there. I think Cardi B has a chance of sweeping everything.
I do too, for just that song alone.
Just that song alone. I think she's going to dominate majority. I don't know if she's going to get any album nominations, but she's definitely going to be taking it alone for just I Like It. Okay. Are you ready for the best rap/song performance?
Yes.
Okay. I have Drake with In My Feelings, Childish Gambino with This Is America, XXS Tentacion with Sad, Kendrick Lamar and SZA with All the Stars, Kanye West with Ghost Town. I'm throwing a little fever pitch up in there, a little hopeful nomination. And then the Carters with Nice.
Nice. I had Psycho by Post Malone and Ty Dolla $ign.
That was in mine for a while.
Ape Shit by the Carters. Feel the Love by Kids See Ghosts.
That's another hopeful mystery.
I really wished. I had Girls Like You by Maroon 5 and Cardi B. Pray For Me, The Weeknd and Kendrick, and then of course Ghost Town by Kanye.
Okay,
because I just really wanted to win.
It wouldn't be out of Kanye's character for having multiple nominations in this category. He's done it before. I think he had like 3 for Life of Pablo.
Yeah, I mean he did crazy.
He had like Ultralight Beam and like 2 others, and then like the other nominees were like Drums, Broccoli, and like a Chance track, I think.
Yeah.
And like, okay, what are the odds of Kanye getting nominated for Ghost Town in this?
Not high.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of people are hating on Kanye right now, and I think that it'll really play into the nominations.
Okay, what are the odds of Carter's getting nominated?
Pretty high.
Really, for Nice? Best rap and song? Because I didn't know what else
rap and song. Not for Nice, but I definitely think Ape Shit.
Yeah, I think Ape Shit, but I don't know if they were nominated in this category, would they get nominated for Nice?
No.
Because I don't think Ape Shit is
I put
sung.
Ape Shit on my own list.
Is Ape Shit for song? I don't think
it is sung. There are parts of it that are sung.
I think it's too trappy.
When I think of rap/song performance, I'm thinking of like 2 different people, not like one person sings and raps at the, you know. Yeah. I'm thinking of like 2 different people, like a feature.
Yeah.
You know, Kanye had 070 Shake and Party Next Door and John Legend and Party Next Door. And, you know, the Carters obviously have like the powerhouse of Beyonce, and she definitely sings a ton on the album, way more than she raps, if she even does rap. I think that Ape Shit was the star track off of there. Granted, it's like one of my least favorites on the actual album.
Because it's just Migos, but with Jay-Z.
Because it's not good. I like Nice infinitely better, but I definitely think that like it's not popular enough to be in this.
What's their second most popular song
on the album?
Yeah,
probably Nice.
By Spotify trending. That's why I nominated
Nice.
Moving on to best rap song. Again, song in the context of only lyrics. Last year was pretty like clean. There wasn't a bunch of like pop fodder in there. It seemed like basic, down to business. So I kind of followed this trend with Post Malone with Rockstar featuring 21 Savage, because it's like very poppy, but at the same time it's very solid in its beliefs.
Good song.
Drake with Nice for What, his most lyrical, solid moment on that album. Childish Gambino with This Is America, obviously a perfect track. Carter's with Ape Shit is Jay-Z. I don't think the song's really lyrically solid, but it's Jay-Z and Beyonce. They're getting nominations in some form. I think it's here. Kanye West, I didn't know what track. I wanted to put a Kids See Ghost track, but I don't think Kids See Ghost is getting nominated. So I put Kanye West with All Mine. That's one of his more popular songs. I was either going to put that or Violent Crimes, but I don't think there's a chance in hell Violent Crimes is going to get nominated. No. And then Travis Scott with Sicko Mode, because even though I don't think the Drake part's lyrically solid, I think Travis's part in Drake's beginning is really excellent.
In this category, I actually had Travis Scott's Butterfly Effect. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people really liked it. I had Drake's God's Plan, Cardi B with I Like It, Nicki Minaj with Barbie Dreams. Yeah. I had Childish Gambino's This Is America. My left field pick, Pusha T's The Story of a Dion. I really, really want this.
I really want that.
And like, part of me is like, this is a huge joke, but also part of me is like, this beef was big enough that it could possibly like make an award show.
I think for a while I had Pusha T with If You Know, You Know.
I think that would be sweet. Like, but I honestly am not sure Pusha's going to be nominated for anything.
Yeah. Moving on to Best Rap Album, we have Kanye West with Yee. Yay. Travis Scott with Astroworld, Drake with Scorpion, Post Malone with Beer Bongs and More Beer Bongs and also some Bentleys, Black Panther the album, putting a surprise pick in there, and then XXX Tentacion with his question mark album.
All right, so I went in a completely different direction. I have J. Cole's KOD.
I had that on my list for a while.
I had Drake's Scorpion.
I had that on my list.
Kanye's Yay. Playing the death card again, I got Mac Miller's Swimming. Because I think that would be a better... That. I mean, it's just better. A better album, but I think X played more into the popular, like, pop rap stream. The more the mainstream. Mac Miller never went mainstream. The closest he ever got, I think, was Dang with Anderson .Paak, and it just... That's
no, his closest was Donald Trump. And
but it wasn't being played like on the radio and stuff, you know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then my last three are kind of left field picks. Big Crit's Forever Is a Mighty Long Time.
Oh shit! I completely forgot about that. Damn it! That's gonna be nominated. Fuck. Oh, I feel like a dumbass now. I'm a fucking idiot.
You're sleeping on Crit now.
I like that album too.
Yeah, it's really good.
Well, the first half is but second half is super solid. Super solid Snake.
After that, I had Denzel Curry's Taboo.
I thought about that.
Super, super solid. And I really liked, and I think this is Denzel's time to shine.
Okay, so if Denzel gets nominated, there's a chance in the world that one day Injury Reserve can get nominated because they're part of the same label.
Yes. And then I actually added another pick on accident, but I also didn't really know where to put it. Nicki Minaj's Queen.
So is that are you gonna put that on your list or not?
I'm gonna put it on my list.
So you're gonna have 7 picks.
Yes. Sorry.
You have to take one out.
All right. If I had to take one out, it would be Mac Miller.
Okay. So let's just go with that.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna move on to R&B, a category.
R&B.
A category Trevor took 2 hours to do, and it took me the shortest amount of time, and I think it is the easiest out of all of them.
I had a hard time.
But watch Trevor get all these correct, because I've been shitting on him for so long, and I'm gonna get 0 correct. But we're gonna start off with the best R&B song, which also includes urban contemporary music. Because sometimes random shit's also nominated for urban contemporary, like Chris Brown. I think he was nominated for an urban contemporary album like a few years ago, and it made no sense. But best R&B song, I think her name's Ella Mai with Boo Up. I've listened to this song once. It's been on Billboard's charts forever. It dominated airplay.
Oh yeah, it did.
Yeah, I don't know this artist this well, so I'm just putting it on here because I know it's probably gonna get nominated. I have The Weeknd with Call Out My Name, Bruno Mars with the Finesse remix featuring Cardi B, Janelle Monáe with Make Me Feel, with Meek Mill Feel, and Kali Uchis with After Storm featuring Boosty Collins and Tyler the Creator, and then Drake with Don't Matter to Me featuring Michael Jackson.
So I didn't do very well on this one. I also had Booed Up on my list, and Janelle Monáe's Make Me Feel. I had The Weeknd's Call Out My Name. I had Roy Schrummerd's Teed Up. I had The Internet's Roll, Burbank.
That was on mine for a while.
And Tiana Taylor's Hurry with Kanye West.
That was also on mine for a while. For the best R&B / urban contemporary album, These are actually two separate categories, but sometimes they're just random on where they're placed, so I'm just combining them into one. Sometimes they make sense, like Childish Gambino's "Awaken My Love" that was nominated under Urban Contemporary. That makes sense, but like Starboy was also nominated for that, so that's not Urban Contemporary.
It's hard to tell, really.
It's just random. So we're getting 6 picks, and if they're in either one, you get it. Doesn't matter in context of everything. So regardless of category, you get a point as long as the artist is nominated. So for this, I have The Weeknd with My Dear Melancholy. Even though that's an EP, I think it's gonna get nominated because it's Weeknd. Janelle Monáe with Dirty Computer. Good Thing by Leon Bridges. Georgia Smith with Lost and Found. Kali Uchis with Isolation. And The Internet with Hive Mind.
Okay, I had Janelle Monáe's Dirty Computer. I had Kali Uchis' Isolation. I had KTSE, like Tiana Taylor.
That was on mine for a while.
My Dear Melancholy with The Weeknd. I had Shrem Life 3 with Ray Shremmerd. And then I really bobbled back and forth between Leon Bridges and Negro Swan, Blood Orange. But I think that Leon Bridges holds more of a hold on this category, so I'm going to go with Leon Bridges.
Yeah. Okay, so now that was it for R&B. We're going to move on to rock, which is
hard.
Yeah, rock's like one of the harder ones, just because of the context of everything. So we're going to go over best rock song, which also incorporates metal and alternative music. So basically a hodgepodge of any like subculture of rock. So I have Panic at the Disco with High Hopes, U2 with You're the Best Thing About Me, Jack White with Over and Over and Over, Arctic Monkeys with 4 out of 5, Gorillaz with Humility featuring George Benson, and 21 Pilots with Jumpsuit, which is a single off their new album that came out today, actually, as we're filming those.
Cool. So I had Panic at the Disco's Say Amen, or Saturday Night. I had Paul McCartney's Come On To Me. I'm serious. Like, I think a lot of people liked that song. I had Fall Out Boy's The Last of the Real Ones. Parquet Courts with Wide Awake.
I had that in my mind, but I couldn't keep it on there.
I can only hope. St. Vincent with Los Angeles and Humility by Gorillaz.
Yeah. Solid picks. Nothing I haven't thought of was on what you said. Yeah. So I like contemplating putting St. Vincent's on there. I contemplated putting basically everything. Best rock album, which incorporates metal, but not alternative. So
there's another alternative one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is weird because sometimes they put alternative. Grammys are a giant shit show, so it's basically whatever they feel like in the moment. So I nominate Jack White with Boarding House Reach under this. I don't know if it could be placed under this.
I put it under rock as well.
I also have U2 with Sounds of Experience, Panic at the Disco with Pray for the Weeknd, but they can also be put under alternative. They've been nominated on this category before, so I'm putting them here. Death Cab Cutie, Thank You for Today. They've also been nominated under this category before, that's why I put them here. Weezer with Pacific Daydream, and Paul McCartney with Egypt Station.
I had Paul McCartney's Egypt Station. And I actually really think Paul McCartney's going to win this.
Yeah,
I seriously think this is going to win.
This is like the Legends Award. Mostly it goes over to like the U2s and stuff like that. People who have like been in the industry for a long time. It never goes to like the smaller artists.
I also had Fall Out Boy's Mania, which I know is also an EP, and they actually released 2 EPs this year, and I like wasn't 100% sure what to put on here, but
yeah, that makes sense.
I went with Mania because I think that it has more lasting power as well. Jack White's Boarding House Reach, Panic at the Disco's Pray for the Wicked, Parquet Courts with Wide Awake, which I can only hope because that is a...
I don't think that's getting nominated.
I don't think
either. Under alternative or under rock?
Yeah, because I don't think it's more of a rock album than anything. I think
it's more of alternative for their speed.
Because I have more things under that I think make more sense.
Okay, so for best alternative music...
I'm not done.
Oh.
Idols, Joys and Active Resistance.
That is not gonna happen. I love Idols to death.
It won't happen.
Will never happen. It won't happen. Fucking million years.
It won't happen. But it was a really solid album.
If that ever happens, I'm going to eat my vinyl record of Joyous and Active Resistance.
I'm gonna make you do it.
No, don't.
I'm gonna.
Don't. I don't want to be like the kid that said that there's gonna be a second album after Damn. and then he had to eat a copy of Good Kid, Mad City. I don't want to be that kid. But for Best Alternative Music Album, I have Jack White with Boarding House Reach. Also put under this because I think Jack White's getting nominated. I just don't know where. I have Arctic Monkeys with Tranquility Base Hotel and Casino and Drive-In, Dine-Ins, and Drives. David Byrne with American Utopia. Father John Misty with God's Favorite Customer. Beck with Colors. And the Gorillaz with The Now Now. Now.
I had MGMT's Little Dark Age.
Why do I forget these albums?
I had David Byrne's American Utopia. I had Arctic Monkeys, Tranquility Base Hotel and Casino. Father John Misty with God's Favorite Customer. Gorillaz, The Now Now, and Dirty Projectors, Lamplit Prose.
Why do I forget these albums? Trevor's gonna beat me and I'm gonna cry. Let's move on. Actually, let's do a little bit of compensation of everything, or course through. Who do you think's gonna win big? I know you said Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney's gonna win big. I think Say Amen's gonna win Best Rock Song. I think out of alternative, it's gonna be Arctic Monkeys.
That's safe. I say it's either gonna be alternative. I could see it definitely be David Byrne and Paul McCartney.
I could also see David Byrne and Paul McCartney.
I could also see them throwing a complete wrench and saying Father John Misty. Oh, I could also see him going to Beck.
I could see it going to Beck because Beck also won Album of the Year that one year.
Yeah, so it's like completely, like, again, the Grammys are completely random and it's based on state. Also, I could definitely see Weezer's winning for Pacific Daydream because the world is a cruel place. Moving on to pop. We're doing the best pop solo performance. I have Camila Cabello with Never Be the Same. Taylor Swift with Delicate. She's so delicate. Don't want to touch her because she's really fragile.
She's gonna break.
I have Post Malone with Better Now. I have Dua Lipa with New Rules. I have Ariana Grande with No Tears Left to Cry. I have Justin Timberlake with Filthy. He's dirty. You need to get a rag and a sponge and wash him off because he's so dirty.
Okay, I had Camila Cabello's Be the Same. I had Sam Smith's Pray. Taylor Swift's Delicate, Shawn Mendes with In My Blood, Justin Timberlake's Filthy, somebody get this man a rag, and Ed Sheeran's Perfect.
Not the duo with Beyonce and the duet with Beyonce, right? Or just the regular version?
What?
Is that the duet with Beyonce, or is that just the regular version?
That's just the normal version.
Okay.
I didn't know he did a duet with Beyonce.
Which, speaking of which, best pop duo / group performance, I have Ed Sheeran and Beyonce with Perfect, the cover they dropped, I think, in late December.
She performed it at the concert.
Yeah. So it was an actual single release too, so I think that's definitely gonna be nominated. I have Maroon 5 with Girl Like You featuring Cardi B, Post Malone with Psycho featuring Ty Dolla $ign, Taylor Swift with Endgame featuring Ed Sheeran and Future, Camila Cabello with Havana featuring Young Thug, and Justin Timberlake with Say Something featuring Chris Stapleton.
All right, I had The Middle by Zedd, Maren Morrison, Grey. I had Rewrite the Stars from the Greatest Showman soundtrack. I had Fake Love by BTS. They seem to be getting a lot of traction here in the U.S., so decided to throw them a bone a little bit. I had Wait by Maroon 5, Highest Hope by Florence and the Machine, and What About Us by Pink.
Okay. We're pretty different on that one. That surprised me, because I thought it was going to be pretty cut and dry.
There's so many different pop songs, and what it sounds like is where I went with songs like Psycho with Ty Dolla $ign. Yeah. I put that in the rap and sung category versus here, and I didn't want to reuse it
because I feel like Post you could put him under there, but I also put Post his album under hip hop, and I put Rockstar under there. So I was just spreading the field, I guess.
It's I concentrated more, I think.
Yeah. So for best pop vocal album, not traditional, just regular pop vocal, I have Florence and the Machine with Highest Hope, Camila Cabello with Camilla, Maroon 5 with Red Pill Blues, Justin Timberlake with Man of the Woods. This man, he lurks through the woods. He sees the children, and then he grabs them and takes them to his wilderness.
Give them back!
We have Taylor Swift with Reputation of being a straight-ass bitch, and Ariana Grande with Sweetener because her coffee is very bitter.
All right, so I had Highest Hope by Florence and the Machine, Sweetener by Ariana Grande, Post's Beer Bongs and Bentleys, Maroon 5's Red Pill Blues, Camila Cabello's Camila, and Pink's Beautiful Trauma.
Okay, who's winning? Who's winning big and pop?
Part of me really thinks it's Florence.
It's not out of the question.
But part of me also thinks it's just going to be Maroon 5.
It's always... I feel like it's just going to be Taylor. But I also feel like it could be really Ariana. This is their time
It could
to
also
shine.
be Ariana. She's been releasing a lot of, like, really interesting stuff lately.
But it also... But, like, I think Camilla can definitely win Best Pop Duo with Young Thug for Havana.
It's true.
And then her
But
album
I also
win.
didn't see that version be used immensely. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Young Thug version of that song is never, ever played.
Yeah.
It's always just original.
Because hip-hop is scary for the general audiences. It spooks them.
It is.
It's frightening. Young Thug with his nasaliness. It's like, ooh,
Young Thug
spooky.
kind of is spooky.
Young
so-
Thug's spooky.
I mean,
he wears dresses. Ooh. He looks like Chung-Li.
he looks like a broom at the car wash.
Ooh, spooky car washes. Cuba. Yeah, I think pop, it's always a toss-up. It's whatever's more popular in the moment, and Taylor's always popular, so it's always simpler to say of her. But Pink also has legacy, so it can also be her.
Yeah.
I didn't put her down, but that's definitely a
Pink was on
possibility.
SpongeBob once, so...
Was it? Was Pharrell Williams on SpongeBob? I don't think so.
Yeah, he was.
Oh,
He's in the second movie.
Oh, so definitely.
They play
Camilla's wearing.
They play his song in the second movie.
You know what else has a song nominated for Best Pop Duo? Oh, Pharrell's work with
Pharrell.
Camilla. Definitely. He's going to win for that. And then close everything off. We have the general category. 9 picks. Starting off with the record of the year. The record of the year is awarded for a single or for one track from an album. This award goes to the performing artist, the producer, recording engineer, and or the mixer in the song. In this particular sense, record means a particular recorded song, not its composition or album of songs. It's not an album. It's just a song.
It's just a song.
I have Jack White with Over and Over and Over. Childish Gambino with This Is America. Janelle Monáe with Make Me Feel. Camila Cabello with Havana featuring Young Thug. Post Malone with Rockstar featuring 21 Babbage, Kendrick Lamar and SZA with All the Stars, Ed Sheeran and Beyonce with Perfect, Kanye West with Ghost Town, a little bit too hopeful in there, but I hope, and then Drake with Bob's Plan.
I had This Is America with Childish Gambino. I had Ariana Grande's No Tears Left to Cry. I had BB Rexa and Florida Georgia Line's Meant to Be. I had Post's Better Now, The Middle with Zedd, Maren Morris, and Gray. Ed Sheeran's Perfect, Ape Shit by the Carters, Pray For Me with The Weeknd, and Kendrick. Also interchangeable as All the Stars with SZA. I wasn't really sure like which one to pick here. And then I had, of course, I Love It by Lil Pump and Kanye, which I picked right at the last second.
Because Trevor forgot we had to put 9, so I told him to pick something off the top of his head, and he picked that. And what's sad is that's not out of the possibility of being picked. So I think
That's
that
a good song.
Well,
I think
okay.
Lil Pump, I think this is his year for
what is your one that's gonna win?
This Is America.
This is America. Same. There's no way it can't win it.
It's
If it is, it's gonna be something stupid like Taylor Swift humming to a drum or something like this. Someone scatting.
Humming and Drumming by Taylor Swift.
I like Kanye West, then I used to do country, but now I scat and then work with the guys that made I'm Too Sexy for My Shirt. Also, I work with the guy that's part of Bleachers. He's pretty cool, but I'm too good for him. That's it.
Wait a minute, how did ASAP Forever win?
Damn. So we both think Gambino's gonna win.
Yeah.
We hope Gambino's winning at least. We said that last year about
completely
Redbone,
fine.
but we just get disappointed a bunch. Song of the year. Song of the year is awarded for a single or for one track from an album. This award goes to the songwriter who actually wrote the lyrics and or melodies to the song. I had Camila Cabello with Havana featuring Young Thug, Post Malone with Rockstar featuring 21 Savage, Childish Gambino with This Is America, Drake with God's Plan, XXX Tentacion with Sad, posthumous pick, Cardi B with I Like It, The Weeknd with Call Out My Name, Taylor Swift with Delicate, and Ariana Grande with No Tears Left to Cry.
I had Childish Gambino's "This Is America," Ed Sheeran's "Perfect," SZA and Kendrick's "All the Stars," Cardi B's "I Like It," "Rewrite the Stars" from The Greatest Showman, Post's "Better Now," The Carters with "Ape Shit," Zed, Maren Morrison Gray with "The Middle," and then Andrew WK's "Music Is Worth Living For."
Was that your wild pick that you picked up last second? If this nominates it, I won't eat a vinyl record, but I will definitely piss in the sink.
Okay.
So what's your pick gonna win?
For that, This
Yeah.
Is America again.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. That's the only one I feel like can be nominated. Actually, no, I'm gonna throw my hat in the wind. Post Malone with Rockstar. That's the one I'm gonna pick. That's what I'm picking. So finally, album of the year. Album of the year is a compilations of songs that do things and they sound good together.
Cool.
And usually are overrated in this
Donkey Kong
context.
Country soundtrack.
For this, I have Travis Scott with Astro World, Drake with Scorpion, Post Malone's with Beer Bongs, and sometimes a Bentley, Black Panther the album, The Greatest Showman original motion picture soundtrack, Janelle Monáe with Dirty Computer, Jack White with Boarding House, Reach Those Chips on the Chop Shelf, Taylor Swift with Reputation, and Camila Cabello with Cabello's Sporting Goods Store.
Amazing. I had the Carters' "Everything Is Love," Taylor Swift's "Reputation," Janelle Monáe's "Dirty Computer." I had Casey Musgrave's "Golden Hour,"
I didn't even think about that.
Camila Cabello's "Camilla," Pink's "Beautiful Trauma," Drake's "Scorpion," St. Vincent's "Mass Education,"
That's
and
possible.
Panic at the Disco's "Pray for the Wicked."
Yeah, I think this is pretty random on what's going to be. I think your pick for Casey Musgraves was really smart because I didn't think about putting any country. There's usually one. Last year was Sturgill Simpson.
Sturgill
Year
Simpson
before
is
that was-
outstanding.
Last year, the year before that was Chris Stapleton. They always have one. I think you picked the right one. The one that is actually going to be the one that has the most buzz behind it. It wasn't like Florida Georgia Line or anything like that.
They didn't even have an album this year.
I think out of all of these, the one that I could see winning it, I could see Jack White winning it. I could see Janelle winning it.
I honestly think the Carters are going to win it.
I'm gonna.
I know that sounds like super...
I don't know which one to pick. That's the problem. All of these I could see. I think out of all of these, the safest pick, I say, is Jack White's Boarding House Reach. Because he's an established artist, he's been around for a while, and he's in the Beck spot. But it's also artsy, and it's also out there. So yeah, I think it's gonna be that one. But like, if Janelle won, I would be super ecstatic. I would love if Janelle won. I also would love if Black Panther won. I would love if Post won. And if Camilla or Taylor or Drake won, I would be really sad. Travis would be cool. That would be okay. Great Showman would be dope as well. But I think Jack's winning it. I want Janelle to win it really bad.
I think the Carters are going to win it, and I want Janelle to win it.
I want Janelle to win it 'cause she's the queen of music. She's just up there on her throne, and she deserves her crown back.
Yes.
And I think that wraps
it
it
back.
up for these predictions. Anything you want to talk about before we close? Anything that you were surprised that I picked?
No, actually.
Because like I think throwing things out like XXX Tentacion was kind of a surprise, but also
You picked it, and I think that it was really smart to pick it because honestly, like, I wouldn't even know where to go with X because while he was like more mainstream and was featured on some stuff, and a lot of people knew him, I don't think that he had any specific singles that broke through into the mainstream the way that somebody like Uzi would have with XO Tour Life.
yeah.
You know, X never, like I said, he never broke into that mainstream.
Well,
Question Mark didn't sell super well,
but
the songs on it weren't super well known.
But no, it Billboard charted for a week after his death, or I think it Billboard charted when it came out, and it also Sad, the single, it charted after his death, and it has 250 million Spotify plays. So
It just like doesn't. I think that it was smart to pick it, but I didn't pick it myself. Also, I think that the 21 Pilots single Jumpsuit being on your list was also really smart.
I don't know if that could also be under pop too, but I don't think that
It's
song.
so hard to.
I don't think that song's pop because I think like stuff like Heathens and stuff was pop for sure.
It's
but
just
this
so
is their
hard
new
to
stuff
pick.
isn't really.
It's so hard to pick for some of these, and I think that was really smart because there's always like a single on there.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. I don't think there's anything you said that I was super surprised that wasn't, I guess, stuff I forgot about. Like, Crit was super smart. What was the other one I really forgot? Oh, MGMT was definitely really smart. MGMT, if I thought of that again, that probably would have been on my album of the year. Because I think that could definitely be nominated in the grander scheme of the context of things, I guess.
I'm not sure.
Because I think that's an established name in like the pop alternative space.
Yeah, but only for specific people.
And they had huge singles, and then they have this very like kind of moody gothic kind of album that's 80s themed. I think that could definitely be a big thing. And then Crit was definitely smart. Crit I can actually see winning in hip hop if it wanted to.
I could see that.
Yeah, I don't really think I have anything else to say. I'm really excited to see what they actually are, and how wrong we are. I really want one of us to sweep a category. Like, I would really love for one of us to sweep like the record of the year and get all of them.
That'd be awesome.
But like, I don't know. I don't know if either of us would. I feel like I may sweep the pop vocal. That's one I'm pretty sure of. Pop vocal, and then the combination of best R&B and urban contemporary I'm pretty positive in. The only thing is probably maybe Georgia Smith shouldn't be on there, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But everything else is completely random. Like, best rap album, it was just hard for me to pick because I constantly took things off. Like, Carter was on there for a minute. J. Cole was on there for a minute. Kanye, or Kitsy Ghost was on there for a hot second. Just, like, a bunch of stuff. Pusha was on there. There's just a lot of stuff. I also put, like, Saba on there because that was highly, like, it wasn't highly played, but it was highly, like, prophesized.
Yeah.
And just, like, critically reviewed well. But like, I don't think it would ever get nominated in like the world.
No, I don't think so.
It was just on like a lot of people's list of like one of the better hip hop albums of the year.
Yeah,
I don't think it would ever be on there. But like, I don't think there's. I just feel like this is really confusing, and also like there's things that we're not aware of sometimes. Like Frank Ocean didn't even nominate the other year because he just didn't submit it. Drake didn't nominate last year because he just didn't submit anything for. What is it? Not October Firm. What is it? What was his last mixtape playlist?
Good
called?
Life.
Good Life. He didn't put anything on there.
Life.
More Life. He didn't put anything on there. So
no, and it's like completely up to him. I don't know if he's still going to be like boycotting the Grammys like he did.
I don't think this year he is.
No, I mean I really can't say
because I think after the story and adding on, he needs like gold.
The story of Adidon is good.
He just needs. I feel like he just needs something to kind of show a push with. So like I could see him trying to like walk this year with like a bunch of Grammys. I really want Gambino to sweep all the categories
because that he has the potential too.
Because I think the music video, because Redbone didn't have the huge music video attached, and it didn't have the SNL performance.
Oh yeah, I mean
his
publicity with the song is 20 times more than "Awaken My Love" ever could have been.
Yeah.
So like.
And it's the same thing you say, I love it, with Kanye West. That could also be on there because it had the huge publicity. It had the SNL performance. It had the memes. Gambino was a huge meme. Also, In My Feelings, I think that could be nominated for a lot of stuff. Same thing with God's Plan.
Yeah.
Because they were memey. They were in the general culture of everything.
Yes.
So I think they could sweep away. That's why I think it's easier to assume something like Drake is going to sweep rather than something Travis Scott's going to have, even though it billboards more. I think Drake's bigger meme and he's well aware.
Yeah.
So it's easier for him to get voted in. So that's it. I'm going to cut it off here. I had fun with this. I'm excited to see what they are and complain about them in December 5th. So see you then. Until next time, guys. I've been Vincent.
I've been Trevor.
And see you, boyos.
Bye, everybody.